はいどうもというわけで夏子再び夏子再びです。
帰ってまいりました。
お帰りなさいませ。子育ての話する、育てやすさ的なやつ。
Anything particular?
Nursing home or nursing center. How do you call them?
Daycare. We call daycare.
Daycare. Yeah.
So it's slightly different system compared to Japan.
Is it fine? Easy to sign up?
There are quite a lot. So like we didn't have any trouble like finding daycare for my daughter. But I mean it's really like up to you. So like a different because it's all private daycare. And then it's up to you what you want, like curriculum wise, or like people have different type of belief and different approach to educate kids, and they are not cheap.
Really?
So depending on your income, you get deducted. So like government will help you. For example, like Miko's daycare, we pay about $100 a day. So $100 a day, and then it's not cheap. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and then like government consider our salary, and then they just deduct about 66%. I think in Japan like hoikuen is like full time, so you have to go. You don't have to go, but like you're signing up for every day.
Yeah.
But here you can pick whatever day you want. So when Miko first started, she started from only once a week, and then we increased to twice a week, and then now she goes 3 days a week. Like technically, like we supposed to pay like 300 a week because it's 100 a day. So but then get deducted about 60%, 66%, and then so we pay about $35 a day, $35 a day. So you just take them, drop off, pick up. I used to go to hoikuen myself.
Me too.
But I don't have like memory of that much. And then like I don't exactly know what Miko does throughout the day. But like there's no taisofuku or seifuku. Like she can wear whatever she wants. I mean that's I guess Australia. I think the main differences could be the price, and then you can choose what date you want to go. When she was little, they provided nappies, so we just need to take some formula if she was drinking milk, and change of clothes if she gets wet. I mean, she gets dirty anyway, that's fine. But I think it's very similar to hoikuen in Japan for those part.
Yeah, I think especially in Tokyo, it's almost impossible to find a. It's not nursery. What was the word? Daycare.
So we say daycare. It's like people call that I think in Japan it's like what's it called? Lodging home daycare.
Kana daycare. Kana. I hear a lot of people complaining that they couldn't find hoikuen. So one of the
待機
園児そう待機園児めっちゃ多くて so either father or mother has to quit their job and take care of the kids full time. It's too much.
So here is like you don't really have to be working to take your kids to daycare. Like some people just put the kids in there because they want kids to socialize with other kids, or purely just like because you work and you can't stay home, so you got to take kids or babies to daycare. But here is pretty flexible. I don't know, like I didn't have trouble finding spot for my daughter, but I'm not sure about other people.
Yeah,
it could be the area.
Is it common in Australia to have a nanny or au pair or stuff like that?
To be honest, I have no idea. Like I've never even looked for that. I'm not comfortable someone coming into a house and look after my daughter. So that's my personal thing. And then
has your husband ever brought up the idea of having a nanny or au pair? No.
Not really. My husband at the moment is stay-home dad. He doesn't work.
そうなんだ。
Yeah.
そうかそう
Yeah.
か。
So, like, even though he works part-time and I was working full-time, and then he enjoys doing house stuff. So he's now doing the garden.
Nice.
Just yeah, and then he likes chopping trees and like organizing houses. Yeah, so I think he enjoys those things. So just yeah, I let him do it.
そっか。
So I guess it doesn't really happen often in Japan.
Well, more young couples are comfortable, switching roles and stuff. But yeah, there are still some people with old mindset out there. Like some of them still think that women should be stuck home and do all the housework and stuff. But yeah, younger generations think they're more comfortable switching roles.
I guess whatever you're comfortable and then whatever you and your partner are happy with it.
やっぱり女は家事をするものみたいな考えが日本ではまだそれが当たり前やんって思ってる人が多いって話やねんけど、前ツイート見たんかな、長く付き合ってる彼氏がいますと、でその彼氏となんか婚約しててんけど、結婚するんやったら仕事はやめてって言われたらしいねんな、やねんけど、仕事は続けたいって、そう彼女が言ったら、そしたら彼氏が仕事は続けてもいいけどじゃあ家事は頑張ってねって言ったらしくって、
No way, ありえへんな。
オーストラリアはどんな感じ？
そういう人はめっちゃ少ないと思う。I don't think there are many people like that, to be honest. Like it's unless husband works like really long hours and it's impossible for him to do. I think husband contribute to housework somehow. I don't think people have the attitude of no, it's not my job. Like some people may say like I don't clean the toilet or something. I don't do laundry. Like I don't do ironing or some some sort of jobs. But like I don't know. I guess in Australia people do kind of male jobs and they're female jobs. So like maybe more males do like lawn, more in the lawn. More women do cooking or something. But I guess not. Like I'm pretty lucky that my partner is comfortable doing most of the things. So if I cook, he'll do the dishes, and then if he cooks, I'll do the dishes, and then like when we do laundry, we pretty much go out together, and then we hang them out together, or one of us is looking after our daughter, so the other one is doing housework. I think that's the situation for us. But otherwise, like at my work, at school, I think there are lots of females and males working, and like a lot of male teachers do the kids drop off at school or like daycare, and a lot of female teachers do the same thing. And yeah, I think it's okay for whoever the person just decided not to be with him, because I don't think their marriage would have been the best. Like if she stayed with him.
I hear a lot of mostly wives complaining about how their husband doesn't do anything at home or doesn't help taking care of their kids or stuff like that. So you don't hear any complaints from both sides from your colleagues or?
Not really, hey, but then maybe I don't have enough female wives.
Female wives.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Because I had maternity leave, so I know how hard it is to look after your kids all day. So at the end of the day, even though you're home and you're just home and not working, you are dead. You are tired. Like, and then you're coming home from work, and then you are tired too. Like sometimes I get annoyed. Oh, the house is not clean. But then at the same time, like, how can you clean the house when the toddler's running around like all the time? So I think it's just like it's hard, but you need to accept that even though one was staying home and then not making money, but they were still working. I think you need to like, you know, look after each other, and then just like I sometimes like, you know, when I get home I'm like kind of swapping the roles. So like, you know, if my partner was home all day with my daughter, I'll play with my daughter, or I'll look after my daughter, and then he can cook dinner or something, like, because we both worked all day and then just, but that's how I do, or how we do, and how I see things. Again, everyone's different.
You know, I also, as a nanny, as an au pair, you know, I took care of kids, and you know, although my job is over, you know, at 5 o'clock, I still live with them, and I'm tired of taking care of the kids, and parents are tired of being from work. And they still have to, you know, play with them, because, you know, no matter how, you know, how hard we played, you know, during the day, you know, they miss their parents. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, so being a parent is, you know, so demanding. It's a lot. Yeah, so it's never one woman's job or one person's job.
It must be really hard,
Yeah.
like single parent, because you got to do everything all day, and then you don't really get a break. Yeah, I think that's why, like, in Australia, like we were talking about daycare, even the housewives need a break. Yeah, so it's okay for them to send them to daycare, send their kids to daycare. Yeah, and then, like, you know, kids need to socialize with other kids too. Like, that's how they learn the routines and being in the group. So I really like this system here.
I don't think, you know, it represents the whole Japanese people think like this way, but, you know, a few years back, you know, one of the celebrities kind of faced a backlash of sending her kids to the daycare. Yeah, so she was on maternity leave, so she was a celebrity, so she has she can do whatever with her, you know, work schedule or stuff. But yeah, so she receives tons of hate comments for sending her kids to daycare, like so the reason why the couple sent their kids to daycare was to have a, you know, a date night or something. And some people got kind of furious, like, you know, we don't have the luxury for doing that, so you shouldn't be doing that either, or something like that. I don't know, maybe only few people think that way, but yeah, there's still some people, you know, who think that way in Japan.
Yeah, like, I understand where it's coming from, but I think that people will understand once they are stuck at home with their kids for even a week. They would like understand people work, but then again, like, staying at home with kids is a work too. So it's just like you can't really underestimate that role, being a parent. It's hard though, because you don't know until you actually do it. So
Exactly. I never thought that it would be this hard until I became an au pair. And the first family was, you know, they had 3 children, 10, 8, and 6 years old. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Although, you know, I only had to take care of them from 9 to 5, basically. But
that's a long time.
I don't know how it is in Australia, but you know, in France, you have 2 to 3 hours of lunch break, you know, at school. So if you live nearby,
they come home.
They come home. So and you have to pick them up, because you have to accompany to school and from school to home. So so every day I send them out to school, and a few hours later I have to prepare lunch and pick them up and you know, feed them and send them back to school again.
That's so hard.
A few hours later I have to pick them up and, I don't know,
afternoon snack.
make sure they do their homeworks, and after that I send them to 習い事って何やろ、わからんけど、習い事。
I don't know. It was an extracurricular.
and pick them up, and now it's free time, but they're yeah, it's a long hard day. It sounds pretty simple, but if you actually do it, you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, that's crazy that they come back during lunchtime.
I know.
So, but then if they don't have parents at home or no nannies, they can stay at school?
Yeah, they have kyushoku as well, but
then just make them stay.
I know, but parents claim that their food is bad, so they think their kids deserve the homemade
And they can't.
meal. Yeah.
Can they pack their lunch and take them with them? Really? No.
I know they could have, but yeah, they insist that their parent picks them up, bring them home, feed them lunch, and send them back to school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
I know.
I mean, very, very different life.
But you in Australia, do you have to accompany your children to school?
To be honest, I don't know.
You don't know?
But
you're working at school.
Yeah, but high school's different. So high school, no.
Right.
Yeah, primary school, when on the way to work, I see some parents walking their kids to school, but some, like you don't see too many. But then you see so many cars, like parents dropping them off, picking them up after school. Yeah, so maybe the primary school is different. Like maybe some kids walk to school with their siblings or.
夏子の小学校どうやった？うち集団登校やってんけど。You don't remember? Really?
I think my first primary school, I may have. But to be honest, my second one, I don't think so. I can't remember going, like maybe I went to school with my friends, but I can't remember had to. Oh yeah, maybe once a month or something. Every day student登校.
Every day student登校.
Far out, no. We were in Inaka. So maybe not.
Yeah, I think my grade school was kind of big, the biggest one I think. Yeah.
Is that why? Maybe. Yeah, we were in the countryside, so maybe like there were some parents standing at the crossing, but that's all. Yeah.
そんな感じかな。
ね。
というわけでまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイ。いつのギャル？
Kinik